In this video, we're going to use the rules we talked about to multiply and divide sign numbers. So just recall that when we multiply or divide sign numbers, what we say integers, and if the signs are the same, two positives, of course, positive, two negatives will also become positive. Again, think of it as opposite of debt, will become credit. The same rule works for division also. Two negatives make a positive. If one of them is plus, the other is minus, we always get negative. It doesn't matter which one is plus, which one is minus. And remember, for addition, we have to compare to see which number is bigger, whether the debt is bigger or the credit is bigger, because the answer depends on whether it's credit or debt, or positive, negative. It depends on which number is larger. But for multiplication division, we don't need to compare the numbers. We just need to know whether they have the same sign or different signs. All right, so let's look at these 4 examples. So first of all, this is a multiplication question. If you don't have anything, that's multiplication if we have parentheses and nothing between the parentheses. So first we determine the sign. We have opposite of debt. So that's going to be credit. So I know it's positive. The plus sign, I omitted it. If you want to put it back, you can, but you can omit it. And then we do multiplication, 5 times 7, 35. And the second one is division. So first we determine the sign. Negative divided by positive, it's going to give us negative. And we divide the numbers. 27 divided by 9, that gives us 3. Again, if you forget the rule, so if you remember the rule, it would be very easy. Okay, one negative, one positive, it's going to be negative. But if you forget the rule, think of this as debt. And if you cut your debt 9 times, and then you're going to have $3 debt. All right, so that's going to help you determine whether it's debt positive or negative. Now, 2 negatives are going to make a positive because opposite of debt is going to be credit. So first of all, I determine it's going to be positive, and then I'm going to divide 105 by 5. If you cannot see the answer, you would do long division. So you check 5 goes into 1 0 times, but 5 goes into 10 2 times, and 5 times 2 is 10. So it's gonna 10 minus 10 will leave us nothing. You can put a 0 here, or don't put in anything. And then we bring down 5, and 5 goes into 5 one time, and 1 times 5 is 5, so the remainder is 0, and the answer is 21. And that 0 there, you don't have to write it down, so that's why the answer is 21. Now, the next question is multiplication again. So determine the sign. Positive times negative is going to be negative. So if only one of these is negative, then it's going to be negative. And we multiply 13 and 7. So 3 times 7 is 21. Put a little 2 times 20 up there. And 1 times 7 is 7, plus 2 gives us 9. So that's why the answer is negative 91. Okay, so when we deal with sign numbers or integers, we always determine the sign first. And then we do whatever that needs to be done later, whether it's multiplication or division. If we multiply, just to refresh your memories, if we have 13, say, times 27, when we multiply, then we first need to multiply the 7, just like we did here. 13, first we have to do 13 times 7. So we forget about this 20, this 2 here for a minute. So we're going to do 3 times 7, which is 21. 1 times 7 is 7, plus 2 gives us 91. So exactly like what we did right here. But after we finish multiplying 13 and 7, we're going to multiply 13 and this 2. But this 2 means 20. So now forget about the 7 here. So it's like 13 times 20. So first of all, when we multiply 13 and 20, this 0 will be brought down. And then we just need to multiply 13 and 2. And 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. So now we line them up and add the corresponding digits. 9 plus 6, that gives us 15. And 1 plus 2, that gives us 3. So the answer would be 300 if we do 13 times 27. Let me change this back to 7. So if we do 13 times 7, that gives us the answer 351. Now for division, again, And this one, I'm only dividing 105 by one digit, which is a little easier. If there are two digits, for example, 169 divided by negative 13. So first I determine a sign. Positive divided by negative is negative. Now I just need to do 169 divided by 13. And when we set up a long division, the first number goes in the box, and the second number divisor goes outside the box. So we're going to look at 13, see how many times 13 can go into 1. And that's apparently doesn't go in there 0 times. And you can put a 0 here, or you can leave a little just a blank. But when you check the next one, 13 goes into 16 one time. Make sure you put your 1 right above the 6. And because actually there was supposed to be a 0 times here. But if you don't put a 0 there, and you still have to leave the blank there. And 1 times 13 is 13. Now we do subtraction. 16 minus 13, that gives us 3. And then we bring down that 9. So we do 13 goes into 39 3 times. And 13 times 3 is exactly 39. And 39 minus 39 is 0. So we put the answer 13 back here together with the minus sign. So that's the answer.